Assalamu alaikum everyone. How is everyone doing? I am doing good, alhamdulillah. So actually this is my first time first YouTube video I'm recording. I don't know what made me decided to jump in or join. um, there are a couple of reasons, but inshallah we'll share it and towards the end of the video. But yeah, like a brief a brief intro about me. I am, as you have seen, I am Sagal. I was born and raised back home, Hargeisa, Brao, if you know. um, and yeah, I moved to Japan for study, and I graduated last year. I'm working now, alhamdulillah. I just started working this year. And I don't know, I think maybe like 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, I think a year ago was the time when I wanted to do a YouTube video, share things from here and what life is like here in Japan. But it never happened. We're just busy, but we don't know what we're busy with. Do you get, like, does anyone feel that? Because sometimes, a lot of the times, I feel like I just tell myself, oh, I got this, I got that, but really I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm busy, but what am I really busy with? But alhamdulillah, we're getting better. We're moving from that era of just being busy with nothing, God knows who, what we're busy with, but alhamdulillah. Yeah, so I'm finally joining this space. I wanted to have my own little space where it's safe, we can discuss, talk about anything, and just grow together honestly, share our dreams, our struggles, Gen Z. It's like, we sometimes, like, I was just thinking yesterday when I was on my way to work, I was like, you know I was just like, back then when there was no social media, nothing, I bet people were just forced to like work hard, like they had no choice. um and there wasn't that much distraction, so I think our generation just have so much to deal with, and have it like, I think, harder. Obviously lifestyle, it's much easier compared to people back then, because there were a lot of struggles, but I think we have a different battle to fight with here. And just, it's hard, it's really hard. um Being focused, it's really hard going out of your comfort zone, like, because it's just, everything is so easy. But alhamdulillah, I wanted to create this space to inspire, um and even if there's just one person who need that shoulder, that got up, we say in Somali, or yeah, like, literally to move on, to get started, to go out of your comfort zone, to do something different. Because subhanallah, what I realized is that there are rules and standards for how to succeed, what to do, how to do, when to do in this life, because of how we were socialized. But I realized, based on my own experience, someone who was never born or raised in the West, who comes from that side, um, back home, and just came here, to study abroad. uh, I realized there are so many ways to succeed, and so many, يعني, at the end of the day. And this is what the part that is hard is, because I used to think when I came to this side of the world, because I went home like most of my life, except I think 5 years. I went like I studied back home. I did everything. No, high school. I went to international boarding high school there, and then from there, that's when I got interested in outside of studying and exploring other opportunities. And alhamdulillah, the school helped me a lot. But I came out, I came to this side of the world thinking I have to figure out everything. I have to know this and know that. And it was just crazy, like literally crazy. But I think being in Japan helped me a lot because in Japan, you don't have that level of craziness. Obviously, they work harder and do a lot, but there isn't much obsession about what you did and what school you went to. They don't have that, one. And two, it's like really here you're just most of the time it's like a bit lonely, like you don't really have that community, so you have a lot of time and like a lot of time with yourself to just discover who you are and go out of your comfort zone and do other things. And just being in Japan, the whole يعني alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful. Shout out to my, if he ever sees this, my counselor back home who helped me with this opportunity. Otherwise, alhamdulillah, like the whole idea, I didn't even choose Japan. I think I was so focused on getting into schools in the States. And then he was like, oh, like I visited Kyoto, in Japan, and they have this really amazing school. And he was telling me that, and I was like I had no idea, because the only thing I know about Japan, or I knew back then, was just Hiroshima and Nagasaki and what happened in history. We all learned that in schools, but that's all I knew. And then he was like, oh, why don't you see this? And they got everything from traditions to modern. And the school actually, like now, like the city Kyoto, it's amazing, you guys. If you ever come, just hit me up. It's so amazing. It's got like, it's really traditional, but it's also like so modern. Like they have both. I don't know how they strike the balance between the two. But I love, I'm like obsessed with the city. I went to my university there. It's like I was there for 4 years. I moved it to 2 hours away from work, from like 2 hours by train, away from the city. So I live Osaka now for work. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Um, but yeah, the whole reason I literally opening this space and I'm calling it a safe space is, I think we have been told that there is, or we have been, told that, or socialized into, going through, this step, that step to succeed. And there is, and everyone supposed to feel like fit into that mold. And I wanted to come on here and tell you, absolutely not. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to fit into the mold. You just have to find what works for you and take that to the next level. That's it. It can be anything, because I think we're all gifted in different ways, and it's embracing those gifts, And there was this post I saw on social media, like on Insta, I think, and it was saying basically how, we see someone and they're so blessed and they're like, they got life and everything, and we're like, we just wish, but it's like, they're gifted that, but you're gifted something else that you have no idea. It's just, figuring out what that is and really like embracing it, loving it. And that in itself is a journey, I will tell you. That in itself is gonna take a lot of effort, because I was that person who was like that. I was that person who's just looked at other people's life. I was that person who, you know, I mean, first year in Japan and second year in Japan, I was like, no, this is not for me. I was like, this place, people are so closed off. I want to leave. Like, I was doing everything to transfer to US schools in the States, and it never worked. And now, like, looking back, alhamdulillah, now that I graduated, I'm working, I am like, I wouldn't trade. I would not trade Japan for the US or any other country. No. Like, that's how much, like, I started once I opened it up to the opportunity, because I feel like Allah gifted me and I was just like, what? I don't recognize this. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to receive, or like, I had no idea. But I think once I started opening it up, once I started working with people, trying out different things, it got easier and easier and easier. And that's it. Like, literally, whatever situation you're in, make peace with it first, because I think if there is no peace, there is no joy, then there is like, you're just gonna live in misery. And then just find ways, like, little things you like about it, even if, and just focus on these things, and whatever you focus eventually grows. Like, that's something that I try to focus on, and I learned recently. And yeah, like, I want this space to be a space where we all come together. I don't know if you, what, I don't care, whatever, you know, nationality, religion, like, even if people are not, like, it's not only for Muslims, even if you're like, you know, you have nothing to do with religions, I want this space to be like a space for anyone, mainly for Gen Zs. Sorry about that. But a space where we really just come together, hold hands, and walk together and dream together. And no one is left behind. You know, you can come walking, you can come literally, I don't know, crawling, I don't care. Like, just come as you are and share with us what's going on for you. Tell us, and I would be happy to, you know, have just maybe, I don't know, like, I haven't scheduled, I don't even know, I just started today, but I don't even know how, if we, as I think, as this community hopefully starts to grow, my plan, my vision is that, you know, we will have like a like our own time, and you know, we can vote for certain struggles or certain topics that we want to talk about, and just, you know, literally like vote and talk about it. Inshallah, that is my plan, and hopefully it's gonna get, it'll be more yani, something that is concrete, and like, we'll schedule, you know, because something else I also learned is that, you know, the times, yani, we have to schedule, you know, our self-growth, our, you know, the self time we want to have to grow, to be the best version of ourselves. That is just as important as, you know, the other times, you know, we're given everyone else for, you know, whether that's work, school, family. So yeah, that is my plan, that is my goal. And yeah, join me, and inshallah, I can't wait, and I'm excited to talk more, and, you know, just get to know each other. Assalamu alaikum.